Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me again today. Well, y'all, today is Happy Hour Friday. You already know what time it is. Got my drink, go get yours, and let's get it. What's up, Corso? You already know his ass act like he's always too good to speak to me. But anyway, let's start this out today. I want to give a big shout out to my boy Sexy Red, man. One of my close and dear friends, man, for over 20 years now. Blessing me with the OU helmet in this bitch, man. You already know what time it is, man. So, Sexy Red, thank you. I appreciate that, brother. Love you, man. Well, we got a little housekeeping to do today. So, let's start off with, first of all, salute to you, Drake Stoops, for telling us what time it is, man. You know, us as fans, man, sometimes we get to the point where we think, oh, man, shit is over, man. The season's done. Well, not for the players, man. Those guys are out there, man, busting their ass, putting in all that grind and that sweat and that effort and all that shit, man, all summer, all spring, leading up to this season for 12 damn games, man. And, you know, sometimes it don't work out the way we want it to as fans, man, and we got to live with that. But those players, man, every game is precious to them, man. So salute to him for letting us know that, damn it, just because y'all done gave up and folded up the tent, we still out in this bitch camping. So shout out to you, Drake. Now, today I want to get into, I've been seeing, you know, around YouTube, a few other content creators, you know, social media, man. It's the Jeff Lebby apology caravan, if you want to call it that, where, you know, a lot of us, now that we done cooled off a little bit for now, we done sat back and thought about it, and it's true, man. It ain't all Jeff's fault, man. At the end of the day, man, he just calls the plays. They still have to go out there and execute the shit. And when they don't execute, it makes Jeff look extra bad. So, you know, I want to be the first to say, or second or third or fourth, however you want to look at it. Jeff, I'm sorry for being a bad fan. And, you know, ooh, man, this is tough. You know, Jeff is a good OC, man. He's a good offensive coordinator, man. I mean, the numbers continue to say that. They've always said that everywhere he's been. He ain't always been the man in charge of the offense, but, you know, he's had a significant part in every role that he's taken so far. And then for the last 2 years, he's had complete control of this offense. And even though he pisses us off and makes us want to tear some shit up, he's still a good coordinator, man. Like you say, still got us in the top 10 on offense. You know, so he's still doing his thing. It's just frustrating, man, you know, from time to time to see him throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage or at the line of scrimmage. Oh, man. That shit drives, most of us crazy. And then the worst part about it is this timing of it, man. It's on crucial downs that we have to continue to drive, and the shit, it just ain't. That ain't what it is, bro. But yeah, let me say, I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm gonna try to do better for now, at least until tomorrow. but uh, but yeah, man. Cause regardless of how we feel about the play calling, the offense still produces, man. It does. It does, man. And when, you have turnovers, and penalties and shit like that, man, you can't, I don't give a damn what offense you run. It's going to look bad, man. And he's still, even despite some of his play calling, still putting out a good product, man. So, so basically what it comes down to is, if we could just get him to not call the jet sweeps and the behind the line passes on critical downs, man, ultimately we can live with that. Cause believe me when I tell you, we don't really want to fire Jeff. We don't really want Jeff to leave, man. I know we all get in our feelings sometimes and start feeling some type of way, and that's what we start talking about. But man, look, we don't want that. We don't want that. And I'm going to tell you why. There's multiple reasons, man. For one, if he decides to go, that means we starting over from square one in year one in the SEC. Now, I don't know about you, but I've been waiting to get in their ass for a long time. And I mean a long time. There's always been that SEC is the best conference shit. But like I keep trying to tell people, it used to be the Big 12 was the big dog. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I've been wanting to get in their draws for a minute. Then, on top of that, you have the possibility that Jackson is going to have to make a decision. Because at that point, he's going to have to choose to either stay here at the university or go with the coach that he thought he was going to be playing for when he came out of high school. And, we seen how the last quarterback that had to make that choice, what he chose to do. And I don't know about you, man. I really don't feel like starting them from square one and being set back a year. Michael Hawkins going to have to come in and be a starter as a true freshman. I ain't really with that, man. Michael Hawkins is going to be a good player. But I'm telling you, man, and if you think that we can just go to the portal and put a Band-Aid on it, you see how we doing Dylan. Huh? And he was one of the better options. Even if a good quarterback went into the damn transfer portal in the offseason, you got to still win the bidding war for him. We already know that there's schools out there like Miami, A&M, those guys, money is not the issue at all for them. They do not care. So I don't think we really want to put ourselves in that position. I done said it numerous times before. You're just not going to see a true freshman show up and all of a sudden you in the damn playoffs or you winning national titles. It don't work that way. Like I said, here in the modern era, we only seen one freshman do it. And I've already stated it was Trevor Lawrence. And I'm tired of saying that shit. So ultimately, if Jackson was to leave with him, that's what it would look like, man. So, we need to really pump the brakes on some of that Jeff can go shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. We don't need to be scared and terrified that he's going to leave. He might decide to take a coaching job somewhere else. But I don't think we ought to just push his ass out the door. Because you got to remember, man, if Jackson Arnold does leave with him, the times are different now. See, he's automatically eligible as soon as he walks in the door wherever they go. See, back in the day, he would have had to sit out a year. Well, you don't have to worry about this shit no more. So there is, that bonus to transferring these days, So all I'm saying is that I don't want to fuck around and find out. And on top of that, let me just say this, man. I want to push pause on the whole Jackson Arnold needs to play thing just a little. Like I said, I'm not ready to turn the page on DG and Jeff. Now, if we go out here tomorrow and we suck ass and we lose, then at that point, it's full speed ahead, man. It has to be. Because at that point in time, there's really no reason not to play him and start getting him some real snaps, man, so he can have some real game time before we head into the SEC. I understand that, some people might be like, well, he got the non-conference next year. Well, you just never know. The SEC is kind of funny like that because they always pick at least one conference game that somehow starts in like week 2. That's going to be fucking us, man. You already know it is. And guess who they going to put us against right out of the gates? Probably Alabama. Yeah. Or maybe a trip to Baton Rouge. They ain't really told us yet how they going put this schedule, but better believe, man, it's gonna be some bullshit. But hey, that's what we wanted. That's what we signed up for. So all I'm saying is that we need to put ourselves in the best position before we even get this shit going. You know what I'm saying? Let that man have some real life snaps. Let him throw the damn ball, not hand it off. Let him run the offense. And I know he probably don't know the entire playbook, but whatever he does know, pull that little section of your little playbook over there, Jeff, and let him run it, man. Because, at that point, yeah, we still trying to get as many wins as possible this season. But at the same time, if we don't go 10-2, then shit, what are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? Now, let's talk about the game a little bit tomorrow. I just want to touch on a few things, man. First and foremost, like I was saying earlier, players, y'all need to fucking execute the play, man. I understand you ain't going to catch every pass. You're not going to make every block. The other team is out there playing too. But damn it, I need y'all to start executing. Truth be told, like I said, no matter how mad we are or how disappointed or upset we get with Jeff and Brent and all these people, at the end of the day, man, y'all still have to go out there on the field and execute. They can only coach you to a certain point. Then it's up to y'all to execute the shit. Pre-snap penalties, turnovers, that shit has got to fucking stop, man. It's got to stop. We got 6 turnovers in the last 2 games. Absolutely unacceptable. Can't get it done. And then on the road too, the last 2 weeks, you're not winning on the road with 3 turnovers. DeMarco Murray, I'm about to have to crank this shit up on your ass next, dude. I don't know what's going on with the substitution pattern and the rotation, but man, run Tywee, run Gavin Sawchuk. If we get a lead and then you want to work in some of those other guys, fine. But when we out here in the middle of the motherfucking battle, clawing and scratching for our damn life, I don't want to look up and see Javonte Barnes or Dalen Smothers. Those guys, hey, you ain't ran them all the way up until this point. Don't start now. Shit. It's crazy, how some of these guys are just showing up out of nowhere, getting on the field in crucial moments, man, of the game, too. Every game is close, or we don't have that big of a lead, and then all of a sudden you look and see J.J. Hester. And speaking of that, Emmett Jones, I'm going to have to get in his ass a little bit. And the reason why I got to get in both of y'all asses is because Brent done already said y'all got total control. So if you got total control, then why the hell, is Jaden Gibson not in the game? I understand we want Brandon Thompson to get in the game, But that's just to draw the other guy out of the damn play, though. Send his ass on go routes. That's all he need to be running. I mean, we don't know how good his hands are, and apparently the jury's still out because he dropped the one chance he had across the middle. And then when he went deep, he got bodied out there because he's, 5'8", 5'9", 160 pounds. He's still at high school size. Hollywood Brown, he was a small guy as well. But he at least had junior college. He had a year of junior college experience under his belt. So when he came in, his adjustment wasn't as drastic. See, Brendan Thompson didn't get a lot of playing time when he was at Texas. So therefore he's still trying to learn and adjust to even just being the physicality of getting bodied out there on a college level, So, yeah, just send his ass deep, man. That's all it is. Now, if he gets behind one of those boys, then lay that shit out there in front of him, let him go get it. But we cannot expect him to go up and somehow outfight somebody for the damn ball. Hell, we see Farouk over there struggling to do it, and that man's over 200 pounds. But yeah, I mean, we know that DeMarco and Emmett, both of those guys have shown they can recruit their ass off. But I don't know what's going on with this in-game rotation shit, man. I mean, it's unexplainable. I mean, and it's mostly only happening on offense. We don't really see it on defense. We ain't looked up and seen Shane Whittier in the game. You know what I mean? So, come on, man. Even if Brent ain't going to sit here and tell y'all what y'all need to run and when to run it, he ought to at least be questioning some of the personnel decisions. I mean, shit. Everybody, as much as we want to say competitive death, hold on. All them boys ain't equal. Now, if they forced into action because of injuries, that's a totally different story. But just to get a guy out there because, one, he's either been bitching about playing time and threatening to go to the portal, or you felt sorry for him, or whatever the case is, man, you got to keep your top guys on the field. 3, 4, maybe 5 receivers. Stoops, Farouk, Anderson, Gibson, Freeman. And then after that, shit, the rest of y'all fools, y'all just ass out unless one of these guys get hurt or he's just so tired he need to come out the game. So, with all that being said, man, if the game goes bad tomorrow, which I'm really, really hoping that it don't, I'm gonna try not to lose my shit, man, because, sometimes, I might go a little too hard on somebody, you know what I mean? But, like I always say as well, Jeff and these guys, they get paid a lot of money, man, to produce results. You know what I'm saying? So, and these players, y'all need to execute. I mean, for real, man. But, who knows? If Jeff comes out and he calls a good game, then guess what? We all can take a sip of that nice, big, tall, warm glass of shut the hell up. And one more thing, man. Let me say this shit real clear. Any of you fucking gooch lickers that think y'all gonna get out there tomorrow and boo this team on national fucking TV and in front of those damn recruits that we are hoping to earn their services for, slap yourself. Because it's just unacceptable. If I was a fucking recruit, man, ain't no way in hell I would commit to a school that would openly boo their own players right there in front of everybody for everybody to see, man. I just wouldn't do it. Me, I'm just a motherfucker on YouTube just talking shit, okay? Just a fan talking shit. But let me tell you something, man. That's why even I was pissed off the way that Rattler got done. That shit was wrong. Even if we was unhappy with the way he was playing, shouldn't have been booing that man. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, I ain't no quitter or anything like that, and I got some thick skin. But if I was his dad or one of his parents, oh my goodness. The shit that I would have said to the fan base would have been just unimaginable. I mean, I can't even imagine if somebody would have did my kid that way. But that's him. But seriously, y'all got to remember, man, it's a big recruiting weekend. We got a lot of 24, a lot of 25 guys, even some 26 guys coming in. I mean, what kind of look is that, though? I mean, think about it. You on your visit here, and then your own crowd is booing you and shitting on you right there. Ooh-wee. I don't know. I mean, all I'm saying, man, if I'm mom or I'm dad, I'm like, well, I know you really want to go play there, Timmy, but I think we might want to look around to a few other places that don't boo their players. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't cool, and it ain't doing anybody any good. Now, if you want to take the social media afterwards, then fine. But don't do that shit on TV, man, for the whole nation to fucking see and weigh in on and chime in with they 2 raggedy ass cents. Well, guys, shit, I'm out of time. It's time for me to get my ass up out of here and get ready for a little sipping action, which I'm already starting. Baby, don't do it. Old school gin and tonic, baby. But anyway, it's your boy Sipping. Shut your ass up. And Corso. And we out of this bitch. Peace.